But sometimes you need a film that like causes you to look within yourself and examine the human condition, of like the different perspectives and different lives that we all live. And that's what I loved so much about that movie. And I would have been so mad if Nomadland had not won anything, but I would have understood because the Academy likes to piss me off. So, I'm happy
That
about
was the
that.
year. That was the year that, to bring it back around and close the loop,
Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis was up for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and
Yes.
he is in that movie a little bit more than Anthony Hopkins is in Silence of the Lambs, but
Uh
not
huh.
much more. She's
Uh
only
huh.
in about, I think it's about a buck 40, that movie, and I think she's in it. I think she's in maybe like 28 minutes of
Mm-hmm.
hour and 40-minute movie, but she was up for Best Actress.
Yeah.
And I think she should have beaten Frances McDormand for Best Actress that year. Personally, I think
Really.
her performance. Oh yeah, I think her performance was towering. I mean, she fucking dominates every time she's in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in that one, she is just different, a different character from anything that I can think of
Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis in. She had already won at that point once, but yeah, I think that should have been. She still hasn't won Best Actress. She won Best Supporting Actress,
Yeah.
but she still has never won Best Actress.
I
But I
do.
do like, I see what you're saying. I do
Mm-hmm.
like Nomadland. But it would have been a very big show of respect to Viola Davis, the way they did Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's barely in it, gets Best Actor. Marlon Brando, barely in the first Godfather,
Mm-hmm.
wins Best Actor. It would have been a really cool show of respect to Viola Davis if, for a movie that is clearly not, or for her role, which is clearly not a leading role, if they would
Mm-hmm.
have given her Best Actress. I thought that would have
Yeah.
been cool.
I have to say that I do agree with you on that. Ma Rainey, I don't think is her best actress. Um, how do I say this? I like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I love that movie. I love her performance. I love Viola Davis. But I don't think that was the movie that should have gotten her the best actress win. For that year, in my opinion, I don't think a lot of people felt this way because not a lot of people saw the movie. But I think Vanessa Kirby should have won for Pieces of a Woman because I
I
actually.
agree.
Oh,
I love her. I said that on the podcast.
oh my god! Thank
I
God.
agree. She is fucking amazing in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I actually do love that film, and it's such a amazing movie, and I do like difficult films more, just because like I can't imagine what it's like to make a movie like that and to create something like that, and for it to just
Me
be out
neither.
in the world. But I mean, damn, you deserve that little trophy that they get, you know, when they call your name up there. Like she really did deserve it. Also, Vanessa Kirby is a really good actress, and
It's really
it's
good.
for her to get that nom
When
means
she's
so much to me.
when she was on the stand at the end
Hmm.
and forgives the midwife, just, oh yeah, I
Damn,
was a mess.
kills
I
me.
completely agree with you.
Yeah, it honestly kills me, and really like. It's so hard because I watch Pieces of a Woman, and each time I recommended it to someone, they're like, "What have I seen her in?" And I'd have to be like, "Have you seen the Hobbs
Mission
and
Impossible.
Shaw movie?"
Oh no.
They're like, "Oh, that's her." And I'm like, "Yeah." So her movie is diff. This one is really different from that one. Um, so the scene is really like okay, and then like you just have to brace yourself for it. And they're like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Have you seen that birthing video you see in Sex Education? Like when you're young?" They're like, "Yes," and I'm like. It's gonna be as uncomfortable as that, but then you have to follow an aftermath, and it's not a happy aftermath. You get what I'm
Oh, the
saying?
whole first 20 minutes of that movie is just one continuous cut, and
Mm-hmm.
Shia LaBeouf is going from room to room, and she's in
Yep.
the bathtub, and then he runs outside. Yeah,
Yep.
that movie. I do like rewatching movies, but that is one that
You can't
is still
rewatch.
seared in. Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to rewatch that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those ones that's seared into my brain pretty well.
Oh yeah. Also, I do love the one shot that films do. Like that little piece of cinematography, that's my shit right there. Like that's how you get me,
Do you?
Like
Then I have a movie for you,
ugh,
Monica, called
ugh.
Boiling Point.
Oh, what's that about?
That is about a kitchen in England. They
Hmm.
just started doing a TV show with the exact same characters, but it's about a kitchen in England. One night, it's like the start of the evening shift, and the whole movie is one take.
Oh, really?
The whole, the whole movie is one take.
Oh my God.
Stephen Graham is in it. Vinette. Net Robinson. Did you ever watch Sherlock, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch as okay, you know the one cop, female cop that doesn't like him, that
Mm.
calls him a freak and a weirdo?
Yes.
She is in Vinette Robinson. She is in Boiling Point.
Okay, nice.
Fucking great. If that's your shit,
Yeah.
I mean that movie will blow your mind like the level of preparation
Hmm.
and coordination that it took to make it.
Have you
Oh,
ever
that movie.
seen The Bear?
So good. No, but
S-
I am familiar with
If you enjoy watching these highlights, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you know when a new video is uploaded.
Bear, and it is one that I will probably watch.
That's one you have to watch. I'm telling you
Okay,
right
all
now,
right.
Lee, you have to watch The Bear. Like,
Pinky
you
Promise.
you recommend Boiling Point to me. I literally just looked it up and my first thought was, this is The Bear. This is The Bear, but as a movie. And you know what? I'm gonna watch it. It's on my watch list. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna
I
stream
think
it.
the Bear sounds like it's a little bit more funny.
Okay, the thing is that it is funny, but it does get stressful. And when I tell you it's stressful, it's one of those shows you watch, and every single episode, there is something else. Like, there is another problem, another issue, and it just heightens, heightens, heightens. But it's so masterfully done. It's a great, great show. And it's one of those shows I've watched where the second season is truly better than the first season. And the first season is really, really good. Also, there's one actress in the movie. Her name's Ayo Edebiri. She's been in a lot of other films recently. She's very, very good in this show. And the main guy, Carmi, is played by the guy from Shameless. I forget the actor's name. Jeremy Allen White. He is
Okay.
the main actor. He's also going to be in the movie with Zac Efron called The Iron Claw, which is a wrestling
Yeah.
movie. Have you seen
About the
that
Von
trailer?
Erich brother.
Uh huh. Yeah, but he's really, really good. He's talented. It's a great move. It's a great show. Also, it's also one of those shows where like the not background, but like the side actors are just as good as the main actors. And that's the
Right
one
on.
thing that I can find annoying sometimes is if the main actor is boring, but you're more interested in like the side characters, and you don't get to know their stories because they're on the sides. But the whole cast is phenomenal in The Bear. You have to
Right
watch
on.
it. I
I will.
hi-
Spro loves it.
I highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Also, the 93 Academy Awards was such an interesting lineup, I guess, of films because I think it was the first Academy Awards that I saw where, like, there were films where I'm either like, this has to win, and this movie, I don't know why it's nominated. Like, I don't like it. Like,
It's a lot of years at the Academy Awards.
there's a lot of years.
A lot of the years.
Did you watch Mank, the David Fincher
Yes.
film? Did
Yes,
you
I
like
did.
it?
I like it. I've watched it. I've watched it. Sorry. I've watched it several times. Yeah, I do. I
Ah.
do enjoy it.
Not my favorite.
Yeah,
Not.
I could see that. I could see.
I'm not gonna lie, because I actually did want to like it, because it's like David Fincher. It's black and white. It has a really good cast of actors. But when I
Very
was
good.
it,
Very
the
stylized.
very stylized, yes, and it's a movie about the creation of Citizen Kane and basically the screenwriter's journey trying the film. And in my eyes, it was kind of like, this feels like Oscar bait. Like, it feels like a good movie and it's an interesting story, but at the same time, it's like, I would have rather preferred a documentary. You know what I mean?
It does. It does feel like Oscar bait, but
Yeah.
it's also David Fincher's. Like I think David Fincher has made two films that have some heart, and
Mm,
Mank is one of those two. Mank is one of those two. The other one is Curious Case of Benjamin Button,
mm-hmm.
and I think he made both of those with his father in mind. His father was the guy that got him in love with movies, took him to see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Mank was a script that his dad wrote, David
Oh.
Fincher's dad wrote the script for Mank, worked on it his whole life, passed away, and then
Mm.
David Fincher took the script, worked on it. So it was almost like a little bit of an homage to his father.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
mean, it didn't. Did it take home? I think it maybe took home one Oscar or none, one or none. It was up for a bunch.
It
Like it was
was,
up for some of
yeah,
the big ones too.
it was up for a lot. It did take home like production design and best cinematography.
It
Um,
did take home cinematography. That's awesome.
when I was watching the movie, I was in my mind it was like this is like a film student's wet dream, like someone who is like
Yeah.
someone who's
Oh,
like
I'm sure if I sat down next to somebody that went to film school, they'd be like, "This is this, that
yes,
is that,"
yes,
and
the
I only see just the surface stuff.
because there's one scene where I'm not exactly sure who's the leading actor in the scene, but you can tell from the names of the other men in the room. These are names of like other screenwriters or other writers in American history at the same point
Yes,
where Citizen Kane is coming out. And I'm just like, okay, if I had the background information, because I had very little,
this would be great.
yeah, this would be amazing. Like, this would be so great for me. I'd be like, wow, wow. But
Yeah,
I was
I
just,
think Charles Dance is tremendous, and he's the one that plays. Who's Charles Foster Kane based on? Who's the guy that owned all the? It's late. I've been up for very long time. Who's the guy that owned all the newspapers?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm
he's
so,
the one that that Charles Foster Kane was based on. Oh my God, that's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, he's great. He's the very super duper rich dude that when Mank gets hammered and he goes over to his house and
since you're at the end of the video, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment down below. If you want early access to these highlights, join our Patreon. Patrons have access to our entire archive, including full-length videos. Patrons also have the opportunity to choose a topic for our podcast, and they get the opportunity to be a guest. Join now.